Hey everyone, it's great to be back with you. I have a story I want to share tonight about a man who for many years I didn't know much about. But once I started learning about him, I came to realize how truly great he was. This story starts in an old-timey barber shop in New Orleans several years ago. As I sat there getting a haircut, I looked around and noticed something odd. The barber was the only one there. There were a bunch of empty chairs, but he was working alone. So naturally, I asked him, "Hey, how come you're the only one working today?" And that's when he told me something that caught me off guard. He said, "I used to have a bunch of barbers working for me, but they kept speaking badly about our president. So I had to let them go." Now, I was a little taken aback. I wasn't sure what president he was talking about, so I asked, "What president?" And before I could even think about it, he said the name that I least expected. Jimmy Carter. I thought to myself, wait, why would anyone hold such a strong opinion about Jimmy Carter? And it made me realize something. I didn't know much about Jimmy Carter at all. I thought, so I decided to learn more about him. I started reading everything I could about his life, his career, and his leadership. And the more I learned, the more I came to admire him. So let's dive into what makes Jimmy Carter not just a former president, but a truly great man. You see, we often ask ourselves, was Jimmy Carter a great president? But I think a more interesting question is, was he a great man? In this video, I want to explore that question through the lens of something I've been reading about recently, the cardinal virtues. Those are courage, discipline, justice, and wisdom. And out of all of them, I believe Carter embodies one virtue above all else: justice. Now, you might be thinking, what does justice really mean? It's easy to think of justice as just something tied to the legal system, courts, laws, maybe even politics. But in this context, justice is so much more. It's about living with integrity, doing what is right, not just because the law says so, but because it's the right thing to do. Now, you might be thinking, what does justice have to do with bracing oneself? And here's the thing. When you study someone like Jimmy Carter, you start to realize that justice isn't just something he believed in, it's something he lived by. Carter was born in Plains, Georgia, in 1924. That's nearly 100 years ago. He was born before the invention of penicillin, and yet, through all the changes in the world, his commitment to doing what is right never wavered. There's a great quote from Admiral Hyman Rickover, who said, "Do what is right." He was referring to life's moral code, not doing what's easy, doing what's right, doing more than what's cut through. He had this quote, or what's legal, but doing what's right. This is the essence of justice. And it's exactly what we see in Jimmy Carter's life. Whether it was his commitment to human rights, his leadership during tough times, or the personal choices he made after leaving office, Carter always sought to do the right thing. And that's what made him not just a president, but a man of great character. So what can we learn from Jimmy Carter? I think the lesson is simple. Justice is not something we wait for. It's something we do right now in our everyday actions. It's about making decisions based on what is right, even when it's difficult. And I believe that at the heart of it all, Jimmy Carter's life teaches us that true greatness is not about titles or accolades. It's about the integrity and courage to always strive for what's just. John H. Soames. Paper from the County Attorney's Office. So what do you think? Was Jimmy Carter a great man? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.